commiserations on the loss. What were your thoughts on the match?
I mean, to keep a team like that to 70 was pretty good, but we just couldn't score ourselves. And, you know, it's not like we didn't have wide open threes. We just didn't knock them down. And, yeah, it kills you because they clog up the key so much that if you're not hitting your threes, you can't get in there as much as what you would like. So if you can hit some threes, then you start dragging them out. But I thought we had some breakdowns defensively for sure, but I thought we were good in patches where we kept them to 70. But yeah, we just need to find ways to be able to score, and if we can do that, then it's going to open up for us.
Yeah, you got them early out to an 8-point lead, but then I think they had a 21-3 run or something like that. Once they got their heads up there, how hard was that to rein in?
Yeah, I mean, look, they got people that can keep the scoreboard ticking over. You know, ball A's is tough to guard, and I thought we did a pretty good job on McConnell today. Abby Warung is such a great spot-up shooter, and then you got Kelsey that is a good presence inside, outside. So, and you know what, and they're on a massive winning streak at the moment. Their confidence is high, and so they're a tough group to bring down.
The physicality today, is that the key against them, that, you know, to be able to match them and potentially beat them, you just have to be that physical self?
Yeah, like, I think, yeah, they are physical, no doubt, and I don't understand how if they're that physical. I don't think we're a physical team, and I think we need to be physical, and I think the foul count was 21-13 or something, so I don't get that. I actually don't get it. Hopefully the referees can give me some clarification on that, but yeah, no, Rochi couldn't even cut through the key and try and make a screen without being held on or pushed or anything like that. So I'm not. Look, I don't know. I don't think we're physical enough, and they are. But we had more fouls, and I think we only fouled 3 times at the end. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and then Rochi getting fouled out at the end when I guess the opponent had her arm over her and whatnot. What did you make of that in particular?
Well, look, it's something that I'm trying to get Rochi to stop is when she hooks. And the last bit that I saw is, no doubt, I don't know, I didn't see the full action of it. Okay, if McConnell fouled Rochi, no problems, but then Rochi hooks her and then throws her. You just don't put yourself in that situation. And Rochi already had 4 fouls. You just have to be smart in that moment. And, you know, she took herself out of the game.
And just from a player's perspective out there, how did you find it out there today?
Oh, for me? No. It was pretty... I mean, it was tough. I think, like, when we'd get a defensive stop and then they would go and hit or, like, we would miss on the other end offensively and then we'll come down and maybe they hit a 3 and it kind of deflates us. I think those are the moments. We're really trying to work on stringing both offensive and defensive possessions together, and we just have to do that for 40 minutes. I mean, Bendigo's a really good team, and so I do think like Kristi said, we did a lot of great things in patches, and yeah, we just got to find a way to make it 40 minutes.
I was going to say, you know, apart from that run that they had early either side of quarter time, you definitely matched them for most of the game there. Does that give you confidence, you know, I guess post-season, post-Christmas break, that you can get on a bit of a run?
100%. I think we've shown, like, in our team, like, in glimpses that we can play with the best. We deserve to be in the top 4, and so now it's just finding a way to continue to build that chemistry, continue to build that trust, and just, you know, play your heart out every game we get, and every, you know, it's a privilege to be able to play teams like this, and so, and these are the games that are fun, and so you just got to play it out.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks for that, and I'll pass it across to anyone else.
What's the biggest thing you can take away from this game to help you improve as a group?
Oh, look, shooting's a huge thing. And I think it's like what Naya said, we need to be able to string. Like when we're great offensively, we might not be so great defensively, or when we're great defensively, we're not so great offensively. And we need to be able to string that together a little bit more. I think we need to be a little bit more patient in the actions that we're trying to run. Because I think if we're patient, we can find somebody open at the end. I think we get a little bit impatient with that. And I think we had moments like that tonight. I think, you know, you can only learn from these games. But, you know, for me, I just want the girls to go away from on this break and just enjoy their Christmas, get away from basketball, because mentally and physically it can be a bit draining, and just get away and not even think about it and come back in fresh after Christmas.
The matchup between Peters and Ball Ace was physical and fierce, but Ball Ace still came up with the goods with 27 points. What needs to be done to stop Izzy the next time you face Bendigo in early Jan?
Oh, look, she's having an unbelievable season. I think she's like MVP right now. Like, really, she's really grown as a player, and she's just so much. I think she's very poised and just strong when she takes it to the hoop, and they give her that opportunity to do that. Kennedy gives her all that freedom to be able to do that, and I think the hardest thing to do is you try and stop her, and then she'll find players, and not all the time, but she'll find players, and they got great 3-point shooters and they knock them down. So, you know, I think sometimes you go, all right, do we live and die with Ball A's getting her 27-30 and try and minimise everybody else, or you try and minimise Ball A's and let everybody else get going? So it's a catch-22, but they play very, very well together. Their defence is great, and that's why they're sitting on top of the ladder. But you just got to key into the moments when she wants to try and take it one-on-one and try and do has to be team defence. I don't think you can stop her individually with the way she's playing this year. I think it has to be team defence. No worries.
No one else on Zoom?